Welcome to episode 252.
It's great to be digging into the latest in artificial intelligence with you all today.
Absolutely. We've got some truly mind-bending developments lined up. Things are moving so fast.
They really are. It's genuinely reshaping things right now.
Okay, so here's what we're diving into. First, how AI is letting paralyzed patients control robots just with their thoughts. Pretty incredible stuff.
Definitely sci-fi becoming fact.
Then something maybe a bit more subtle, how AI buzzwords are actually creeping into how we talk every day.
Yeah, that one's fascinating. Language change in real time.
We'll also look at MIT's new AI for predicting flu vaccine success. Could be huge for public health.
A potential game changer there.
And as always, we'll cover other big news buzzing in AI, plus some useful tools you can check out.
Lots to cover.
All right, let's get into this first story. It's really quite remarkable. So UCLA engineers, they basically figured out how to use a standard EEG cap, the non-invasive kind.
Right, no surgery involved.
Exactly. They've made this wearable brain-computer interface, a BCI, that uses AI to read those EEG signals.
And the goal?
To let paralyzed users control robotic arms just by thinking about the movement. No implants needed.
Okay, that is a leap. How does it actually work?
Yeah.
Because EEG signals alone can be, well, noisy and hard to interpret precisely for complex control. That's the clever part. They didn't just rely on the EEG, they paired a custom AI decoder specifically trained to pull intense signals from that EEG noise with a camera-based AI. So the system is looking at brain signals and maybe subtle cues like gaze, interpreting the user's movement intent together.
So it's like a combination of inputs, brainwaves plus visual cues.
Precisely. It makes the interpretation much more robust, especially for real-time control. It addresses the old limits of just using brain signals.
And did it work well in testing?
The results were pretty impressive. They tested it with 4 users. One paralyzed participant completed robotic tasks in about 6.5 minutes.
Tasks they couldn't do before.
Exactly. Things like moving cursors, directing a robot arm to move blocks. And they did these tasks almost 4 times faster with the AI assist compared to without.
Wow. 4 times faster, non-invasively. That's huge.
It really is. I mean, think about it. For decades, we've had brain implants, amazing tech, but risky surgery.
Right.
Now we're seeing non-invasive options actually reaching high performance levels. And AI is kind of the secret sauce making that happen.
So the AI acts like a co-pilot, almost.
Sort of, yeah. It helps bridge the gap where the raw brain signals might be weak or ambiguous. And this could go way beyond robotic arms,
Like what?
Controlling wheelchairs more intuitively, communication devices, maybe even smart homes that react to needs before you even consciously think them through.
Without the risks of surgery. That makes it so much more accessible.
Exactly. That's the big step forward here. High performance, lower risk.
Okay, so from groundbreaking medical tech.
Yeah.
Let's pivot a bit. Something maybe less dramatic day to day, but still changing things. Our language.
Yes, the Florida State University study.
Right. They found that AI language, the terms we use to talk about AI, are actually seeping into everyday speech. They called it a seep-in effect.
It's interesting how technology does that. So what do they look at? A huge amount of text, 22.1 million words, specifically from unscripted podcasts, like natural conversation.
And they found
that 75% of AI-related terms jumped up significantly in usage after ChatGPT launched in late 2022.
75%. Which kind of terms are we talking about?
Things like hallucinate, prompt, model, algorithm, bias, neural network, words that used to be pretty technical jargon.
And now they're just out there in regular conversation, especially on tech podcasts, I guess.
Well, yeah, they focus on science and tech podcasts because the hosts are probably using these tools, talking about them. So they're like early indicators.
Like linguistic canaries in the coal mine for AI's influence.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder how much AI is shaping our thinking, our metaphors, even without us fully realizing it.
No.
Or are we starting to think of ourselves in terms of prompts and outputs?
That's a deep thought. Okay, let's move on to health again. This MIT AI system for the flu vaccine, Vaxeer, they call it.
Yes, Vaxeer. This one could have a really direct impact on, well, potentially everyone.
How does it work? Predicting the flu seems notoriously difficult.
It is. It's often a bit of a guessing game for the WHO each year. Vaxeer uses deep learning, trained on decades of flu virus genetic sequences and lab test results.
So it learns the patterns.
Exactly. It learns these really subtle evolutionary patterns in the virus that humans might miss, allowing it to forecast which strains are likely to dominate next season.
And not just which strains, but which vaccine formulations would work best.
Right. It predicts both strain dominance and vaccine effectiveness months ahead of time.
Okay, theory is one thing. How did it actually do when tested against the past?
This is the impressive part. In tests looking back at past flu seasons, Vaxxir picked a better vaccine candidate than the official WHO choice 15 out of 20 times across two main flu types.
15 out of 20, that's significantly better.
It is. And get this. In 2016, it identified a winning vaccine formula that health officials didn't actually select until the following year.
Wow, so it could have potentially saved a lot of people from getting sick that year.
Potentially, yes. And its predictions lined up well with actual, real-world vaccine effectiveness data from patients.
So why does this matter so much? Better flu shots, obviously, but...
Well, yeah, fewer illnesses, fewer hospitalizations. It moves vaccine selection from an educated guess towards something much more data-driven and accurate. It could make flu season much less severe.
A big step for public health, for sure.
Definitely, using AI to get ahead of the virus.
Okay, so those are some deep dives. Let's broaden out a bit and look at some other key things happening across the AI landscape. What else is buzzing?
Well, there's a pretty stark finding from a new Harvard study about the job market.
Oh, what's that?
It seems AI adoption is really hitting entry-level hiring. Since early 2023, companies using AI have cut their hiring for junior roles by 22%.
22%? That's a big drop. Is that layoffs?
Mostly not layoffs, apparently. It's more about just hiring fewer new people at the bottom,
Huh.
especially in wholesale and retail, where junior hiring plunged 40% per quarter.
40%. So who's getting hit hardest?
It seems like graduates from mid-tier universities are feeling it the most. Interestingly, grads from top-tier and lower-tier schools seem to fare a bit better.
So AI is automating those entry tasks, maybe?
Seems likely.
Yeah.
Shifting the demand towards skills that work with AI, perhaps.
Okay, what else? We hear a lot about the money pouring into AI.
Oh, yeah, the gold rush is definitely expanding beyond just chips like NVIDIA's, though they're still huge, obviously.
Where else is it going?
Storage, servers, data centers, the whole infrastructure. You've got companies like CoreWeave tripling revenue, Microsoft Azure Cloud jumping 39%. NVIDIA's data center revenue hit $39 billion.
$39 billion. Just data centers.
Yep. And Foxconn, the iPhone maker, their server revenue is now bigger than smartphones. Dell had a record $12 billion in AI orders in one quarter. It's a massive investment across the board.
It really shows the scale of deployment happening now. How are big companies actually using AI day to day? Salesforce is often mentioned.
Right. Their CEO, Mark Benioff, said recently that AI now handles fully half of Salesforce's customer interactions.
Half. So what are the humans doing?
Focusing on the more complex stuff, the issues AI can't handle. Benioff said it's also helped them respond to maybe 100 million leads that would have just sat there before.
So it's like AI handles the first pass, then escalates.
Exactly. He compared it to Tesla's self-driving. AI does the routine, humans handle the tricky bits, augmenting the workforce.
Interesting analogy. Okay, any big international moves?
A couple of things. OpenAI is reportedly talking about building a huge 1 gigawatt data center in India for its Stargate project. Sam Altman is expected to visit soon.
India's becoming a major AI hub then?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
And Tencent in China released an open source AI translation system, Hunyuan MT. Apparently it's really good, outperforming rivals in its class across 33 languages.
More global competition and innovation.
And politically. Chinese President Xi Jinping spoke about AI recently, calling for global cooperation and kind of pushing back against what he called a Cold War mentality over the tech.
Okay, noted. Just reporting the facts there.
Right.
All right, let's wrap up with something practical. What are some cool AI tools people can actually use right now?
Okay, quick hits. We just mentioned Hunyuan MT from Tencent. Great for translation if you need multilingual stuff.
What else?
There's USO from ByteDance, good for creative content generation, getting specific styles or subjects.
If you're doing video or audio.
Higgsfield Speak 2.0 makes avatars talk with really realistic lip sync. And Microsoft has a new voice generation model, MAI Voice 1.
For design.
Drawnak helps turn ideas into visuals quickly. Movely is an AI editor for video and images.
And if you want super simple design.
Genspark Designer aims to let you design almost anything with just one prompt. Worth checking out.
One last one.
For networking, Scribe helps grow your LinkedIn presence, finds content ideas, generates posts, all in like 5 minutes a day.
Lots of tools popping up constantly.
It's hard to keep up.
Wow, okay. That was a real journey. From mind-controlled robots and flu forecasting to shifts in language and jobs, AI's reach is just incredible.
It really is. And the pace doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. It's integrating everywhere, sometimes obviously, sometimes, well, almost invisibly.
So maybe the thought to leave everyone with today is, if AI is already tweaking our language, influencing hiring, even potentially guiding our health choices, what fundamental part of being human might it subtly reshape next without us even noticing right away?
A big question.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of AI. If you did, please do follow the deep dive wherever you get your podcasts.
And maybe share it with a friend or colleague who likes to stay ahead of the curve.
Until next time.